right, I've had this Milwaukee 8¼ inch cordless M18 table saw for over a year. I think actually in September it'll be 2 years. So let's get into this little, less than 2 year review, how I like it and my thoughts on it. Let's go cut a couple things and we'll be right back. All right there. All right, so how I like it. It's been what, a year and a half or so I've had this thing. It's obviously I like it because I still have it. Some of you that have been following the channel for a while know that I used to have both table saws, or you might not know, but I did sell the DeWalt flex float table saw, and I'll get into that in a little bit, why I chose this one over the DeWalt. Having two table saws is great if you're building, if you're building a trailer out and you need to, you need to cut stuff and also do dados. So that's probably kind of a hint of why I kept this one instead of the DeWalt itself. A couple of things about this. It is 12 inches high, 22 long, 22 and a half wide, I believe. Let me check my notes here. Yes, wide 20. Yeah, so it's almost, it's a block, really, absolutely. It weighs 41.6 pounds. I think without a battery. M18, so it does the 18-volt line. Batteries. I always use a 12-volt amp-hour battery with it. It does run better with higher amp batteries. So if you're running it with a 5 amp-hour battery, you're going to notice a lack of power compared to a 12 amp-hour battery or an 8 amp-hour battery. So just keep that in mind. 600 linear feet they advertise. Now that's probably you can definitely get that. Not cutting through pressure treated wood, but cutting through anything. What you guys saw me cutting through, absolutely. It's like butter for sure. And obviously the blade helps too. So I always run Diablo blades. The blade that comes with it is okay, but I mean, they're not spending the crazy amount of money, giving away, including blades with their products. So like any manufacturer for sure. 6,300 RPMs up to anyway. I don't know what I mean. It's high RPM, so you get the dust. You don't get too much chipping for sure. So 24.5 inch rip capacity, so the fence comes out 24.5 inches, so you can break down plywood if you need to. Absolutely, table saws are amazing. We're gonna get to a, I'll give you a close-up view of everything on this right now, but yeah, you can see it's dusty. I use it almost on every job site, and you'll see obviously from the thumbnail and from what I'm going to show you here, and also the demo, the cutting demos, how I use it with my Polk modified total station. It's phenomenal. I absolutely love this tool. Is it a necessity? Depends on your job site. Are you going to be ripping down and cutting and making custom cabinets with this? No. It's not going to be that accurate, and this is a job site, so it's made to be portable. Even at 41.5 pounds, you can still chuck it around wherever you need to. And the fact that I love is it's cordless. So I did buy the flex float, DeWalt's flex float, because that was first to market, like DeWalt usually is. Milwaukee usually comes second to market or third to market with their tools. Granted, they're nice, refined usually. Here's looking at you, Milwaukee first gen nailers. This is phenomenal. It's actually great. And the two main reasons why I kept this over DeWalt's flex float. For one, the blade, the gearing is so nice, or it maybe takes 5 to 7 turns to get the blade all the way up and all the way down. With the DeWalt, the gearing was probably about 20 to 30. You're just cranking on it to get it. Now, there's a positive and minus. You can really find the correct level of blade that you need to with that. But for me, just getting the blade up and down what I need to, that's phenomenal. It's what I needed to. And then I'll bring this back over to my workstation over here, and we'll go over the rest of it. So it's been a phenomenal tool. I can't say anything else about it really. Bad. Yeah, we'll get into it here. All right, so it's on my workstation. A couple things to note. Obviously the on and off button right here, I like this a lot better than DeWalt's as well, because DeWalt's Flex Volt. If you bring it on, just the safety the what are you going to call it, latch, bringing it back down like that, it'll actually turn it off sometimes. So when you actually want to use it, it'll turn itself off like that. So that's another plus for me. The main thing is the DeWalt. I found dados. No dados. This one, yes, you can run dados with it, which is what I absolutely used to cut everything on my dados for that. So the main thing with this one is I could use this one for dados. That's absolutely a great thing that Milwaukee did. I'm not a fanboy saying that all Milwaukee tools are great, but this one they definitely did their homework with it, and it's built phenomenal. For the M18, yeah, it's not going to, the motor itself is not going to be a crazy grizzly, 500-pound table saw that you use to with a 15 horse motor, all that kind of stuff. It's obviously a job site saw, and it absolutely does exactly what I need it to do every time. And have I stalled it out? Absolutely, I've stalled it out before. So you just reset it, you click it back over, you bring it back in, make sure your measurements are good, and you keep going with it. So the fence, these are rack and pinion fences, both of them are DeWalt Flex Volt as well, but this fence I do like a lot. I wouldn't say that either one's better than either one of them, because they're pretty much the same. Like there's, they come up the same latching. It's all the same. So I will say it's very nice. Dust collection, honestly, you can see I don't really care about dust collection because it's a job site saw, but I haven't even actually attached a vacuum to it at all. So I can't really say much about dust collection because it's not my priority. Now, if it is, then it's going to be, and I can make a dust room and all that kind of stuff. So, very nice. I absolutely love this tool. It's a great asset to anybody's tool arsenal. Can you get by without it? Absolutely. But just be able, if there's certain things you need to do, like cutting, small cuts, if you're not going to use a track saw to cut out, like a really minute, quarter inch, like basically anything. So, I mean, you could. I've done it before, but it's a pain in the butt. Really, it is. So that's where the table saw shines. So I will say I use this tool a lot more now that I built the cradle and the modified total station for it. So it brings it out. I can just bring this out. They do make a stand for this. I'll post a picture at the end here. A couple of my older pictures. I do have the stand for it. It's great. Well, I didn't have this, but it's great if you don't. But it can be, it's temperamental. It can fall. I always thought it might fall over if somebody hit it, anything like that. So it works. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I think it costs like $70, $80. Save your money, put it into, if you have the room, put it into some plywood and build yourself some sort of, better outfeed. Really, it's great. So I'll leave it at that. I did sell my DeWalt Flex Volt because I didn't need it anymore. I don't need two table saws, and this one being dados, and they thought this one through a little more. I'm assuming that Milwaukee bought a DeWalt Flex Volt and then found out what they didn't like and then fixed it, because dados, the on-off switch, and then for me the gearing for the blade, that's the game changer. And keeping it on their M18 line, so I don't have to buy Milwaukee's new MX line to get this kind of table saw. Which, if they did make a table saw with an MX line, that would be amazing. That's going to be even obviously more powerful, bigger motor. I would assume it'd be a 10-inch blade. I would say 8 1/4 inch is great, but a 10-inch blade would be better. But who knows with the motor, if it might have stalled out more. Their next one should definitely be a 10-inch blade, or even higher. Better, more capacity, all that good stuff. So, if I've earned your subscription, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate it. Keep it.